שלום. ערב טוב. רק ספרדית? Ilan, my friend, Shai, my friend, my wife, Daria, Rotem, she's a she. A big family. I'm very happy to be here. And you listen to my friend, to tell the story, what happened in our country. And we just arrived yesterday. And we are happy to share with you a little bit from our gray hair. I know that most of you speak English and it will be easier. I thought maybe I speak Hebrew because all of you visited in Israel and you know Hebrew so well. And some days. Anyway, I'll continue in English. You look my face and you said, this man come from Cuba. No, I'm not from Cuba. I'm from Sweden. We have rices here. They used to be blonde and blue eyes. Yes. You know, in 1925, my parents, they were 1 year old. They came from Yemen. And they grew up, my mother and my father, they grew up in KEREN in Israel, in Tel Aviv. And during the years they moved to Nes Ziona. As a place, I was born there in 1944. I'm a very old guy. And but looking good, yes? Yes. Very handsome, this is my wife, she told me all the time. Anyway, we grew up in Nes Ziona. In 1948, when Ben-Gurion decided to create our country, in 14 May 1948. My father, all the enemies around us start to attack Israel, 7 countries. And my father, he joined the army and he fought a year for the country, and after that in 49 he came back home and he said, Avigdor, Avi, he called me at home, I have a present for you. I asked, which kind of present you gave me? He said, from today you have a homeland. From today we have a country, we have a border, we have a flag, we have everything. And you know what? He was the manager of the synagogue. He's going to be quiet for 40 years. It was written in the Bible. We have a joke in our country, just give us 2 weeks quiet. And we don't have it. And when he gave me the present, he didn't know that he is going to fight again in 1956. And when he gave me the present, he didn't know that he is going to fight again in 67 war, and in the middle of Sinai he found the tanque in the main road on fire. He said, oh, I'm sorry for the crew that was in this tank. He didn't know that I was there. He didn't know that he's going to fight again in 69 and 70 near the Suez Canal. And what he didn't know at that time that he gave me the present, that he is going to fight again in 1973 with 3 children. 2 of them didn't born when he fought already for the country. And one of them, in the middle of honeymoon, my brother was killed. Do you know any family in the world that a father go to fight together with his kids? No. Just in Israel. And this is a tradition, and we are not complaining about it. I studied in Nes Ziona. After that I studied in old school, and they teach me how to be mechanic. I didn't want to be mechanic. And I asked to be a fighter. They found a very handsome guy, and they sent me to the pilot school. If you don't understand my joke, I will quit immediately. I said that I'm a handsome guy, and nobody smiled. It means that I'm still handsome. Okay. Anyway, they sent me to the pilot course, and they found that I'm a deaf on the right side. I didn't tell anybody. I don't need the right hearing because I lost it when I was 5 years old. And they kicked me out. They found that I belong to the left wing because I listen gently. Oh, the smile. I had to be a paratrooper, and they found that I had a flat feet. Until now, I don't know how the sickness from pouring come to Yemenite house. Anyway, and they asked me, would you like to go to be mechanic of tank? I said, no, I'm going to be a fighter. Which unit you would like? See, whatever you want, just one request, don't send me to the tank. He said, no problem, go to the bus. I asked the driver where we are going. He said, tank battalion. And I became tank battalion. I was a soldier in tank room, tank commander, sent me to the officer schools, and after that, I decided to stay in the army in the last moment because they sent me to Germany to study the pattern tanks. Now I'm going with you to 67 more. 15 of May, Independence Day, 67. I was, before that, 2 months needed to run high. And suddenly, we heard in the news that NATO is going to invade to our country. NATO, the president of Egypt. We start mobilization. We close the schools, factories, and everybody in Israel is a soldier. I had a company, I was a company commander, 14 tank, 1-4. I moved to Beersheba, and I drove all the night quietly to the border with Gaza Strip. And I remember that we waited near the border for 3 weeks, and we didn't know what to do. My soldiers came to me and said, sir, we don't have a mask to protect ourselves. And the Egyptians, they use gas against us. They will use. How do you know? I asked them. Of course, they use gas in Egypt. And said, you can cover yourself. On the 5th of June, remember this day. It's an important day because all the tourists, what we have, all the problems start from this day. 5th of June, 8 o'clock in the morning. I listened to the siren, and the code would say Sardin Adel. And it's a message to start to fight against them. And I drove in the first tank. Behind me, 13 tank, 14 tank, all the company. I came close to the border, excited. 23 years old, a year before you get married. And I was looking back and tried to send in the field in front of me the 2 little, and I couldn't send him in the phone because I was scary about him. And I crossed the border, and big car behind me. And after 500, something like that, exploded under my tank, and the change cut to 2 pieces. I jumped to another tank, and I drove 1 kilometer, and something happened under my tank, exploded in the second tank. I feel like it's a shame for me what happened. All the crew behind me, I'm the first Israeli tank. I was the chief of staff at that time, not chief, I was lieutenant, but I didn't have any communication with anyone. I jumped to the third one, and I found myself in a huge town on the name Khan Yunis. Gaza Strip is Gaza, Khan Yunis, and Rafah, in the center. In the main road, hundreds of soldiers, Egyptians, waited for us. and they shot and they tried to stop the first Israeli tank. And I was excited, of course. I shot all over. At the end of this sound, I found invaded to a place where they call Gush Katif. And after that, I moved to a huge town of the name of Rafia. And I traveled all over. I didn't have any infantry with me, artillery with me, air force with me, engineer with me, nothing. Just Israeli tank. One, I'm the first, I don't have map, and I have to remember what I studied. I knew the main combat is going to be after Rafia intersection. We arrived at Rafia intersection and I saw thousands of Egyptians waited for us. Many tanks, many guns, and many cannons. And I tried to figure out which way I'm going to fight with them. And I put all the tank in front and we start to move. It was a moment that I saw them start to run away from me. And they threw away the rifle, and they took off the shoes, the boots, and they ran to the beach. This picture is the picture of 67 war. Many goods on the beautiful dune on Sinai. This describes the result of this war. You know, we thought we were going to fight in Sinai against the Egyptians. I asked my wife to go to Jerusalem to stay in the house of her parents, because in Jerusalem it's going to be quiet. In Jordan we had a little king, Hussein. He decided in the first moment to shoot Jerusalem with artillery. And we moved all the way brigades from Sarah, all the way to Jerusalem, and they attacked the east of Jerusalem. And they after that continued to invade what we call Judea and Samaria, and they call the world called West Bank. Who started the war with the Jordanians? The little king. And they want us to apologize. After 4 days, 5 days, the Syrians started to shoot all over the Hula Valley and Jordan Valley in the north. And the people, the villagers and the kibbutzim, they screamed and yelled to the government to support us. We took one brigade from Sinai, 400 kilometers far away, all the way to the Golan Heights. And Golani Brigade and Army Brigade invaded the Golan Heights and stopped exactly the border that we have today. Back to Sinai, we fought all the day, and at the end of the day, my commander, the KEREN commander and the brigade commander called me and said, Avigdor, we didn't have a plane to go to El Arish, which is the capital of Sinai. And lead the brigade, you are going to be the first Israeli tank, and we all of us behind you. I was very proud. I was the youngest company commander at that time, and I drove very fast in the main road. And before El Arish, I found myself in anguish. I didn't know that. Suddenly it was like a hammer in my head, and I fall down, tried to jump out, and I couldn't. And again I tried to jump out, and I couldn't. I lay down on the fire, and I said shalom to the world. I knew this is the end of my life. Many pictures running in the front of me, and I started screaming. I don't know to whom you can call in this kind of moment. There is one God in this moment. His name is Ima. And I called to my Ima. Say, Ima. And she heard me until I. And I jumped. I lay down, covered myself
me
with
tiré al piso,
then
me cubrí
7 hours after that,
y después
many,
de
many
eso
obstacles on the way.
teníamos miles
We
de
arrived to the
obstáculos en
hospital,
el camino, pero
and I
llegamos
was in the
finalmente al
hospital a
hospital.
year.
Estuve en el hospital
60% of my body was burned.
60% de mi espalda
30
estaba
degrees mean you have
quemada,
to take skin from
30
one area to
grados,
another
hay que
area.
sacar piel
And
de
I
una
suffered
zona a la otra.
almost a year.
Y sufrí casi
And I
un
tried to be a
año.
man,
Traté de
not to
ser
cry there, because
hombre
every day
cabal
they put me
y
in the
no
salt,
llorar porque cada vez
water,
me metían en agua con sal para poder
and I didn't know what happened to my crew.
Yo no sé
After a month and a half, I found that my deputy, that I jumped to his tank, his name Daniel from West Alpha, he was killed.
Daniel de
And my loader,
fue asesinado.
Leon
Y
from
León
Batian, he was
de
killed.
Batián
My gunner,
fue
badly
asesinado.
wounded, and nothing happened to the rider.
Nada pasó.
After a year, the army came to me and said, Avigdor, which way you are going to go? I said, I'm going
¿Qué
back.
vas a hacer?
Say what?
Yo me voy
They
a
asked, said,
regresar.
I'm going back.
Ustedes
But medical profile
preguntan,
moved
yo
down
me
to
regreso,
way to something
pero
like
con
that.
este
I'm
perfil te vas a
73,
regresar.
disabled.
Y
I said, I'm
bueno,
going back.
¿cómo vas a
Give me
dejarnos?
some time and
Yo
I
tengo
will go back.
73 años, por ejemplo.
During the years of it,
Vas a
I
quedar acá. Y le
can
dije,
be
yo
battalion commander. I had
regreso.
44 tanks
Ser
in Sinai,
comandante, 44
and my name, the name of my battalion called Oz,
y el
Shivim
nombre
Sheva.
del
Oz
batallón
is
era
courage,
Shvitzin de Sheva,
77
Oz,
in the 7th Brigade.
valor 77.
Everybody talk about Yom Kippur, this is a
Hablar de
surprise.
Yom Kippur es una gran
It's
sorpresa.
not surprise.
La
It's
guerra
not surprise.
no es
How
ninguna
come?
sorpresa.
10 days before Yom Kippur, we have Rosh Hashanah. Everybody know that.
De Kippur está
In Rosh Hashanah, they told me and they said, take all the crew from Sinai all the way to the Golan Heights because it's going to be a war in the Golan Heights. 10 days before, 44 tanks. I'm the commander.
tanques y yo soy el
And we didn't know the Golan Heights at that time. Golan Heights is completely different.
Pasaba
We took the time to be ready to the war.
Nosotros teníamos que
The
tener un
war
poco de tiempo para
started
estar listos para la
on
guerra.
Saturday,
La
Yom
guerra
Kippur.
comenzó el
In the morning, my
Yom
commander,
Kippur.
Janus Bengal,
En la mañana
passed
ya
away,
Luz
so
Bengal
that.
ya murió y
And
me
he
da
called me
mucha
and he said,
pena.
Avigdor,
Me llamó
today is the war.
Avigdor. Hoy
I asked him,
es
what
el
time?
día de la guerra.
He said,
Le
6 o'clock.
pregunto, ¿a qué hora?
I ran to the synagogue
A las
that I knew some very old building,
Ahí en
and
ese
I talked with the
edificio
soldiers
viejo
like
se
I'm
ve con
talking
los
to you.
soldados, así como
And I
les
told
estoy
them,
contando a
the war
ustedes
is
esto.
today.
Y les dije, la guerra
Immediately move to
es
the tanks.
hoy. Hay que
And
moverse
12 o'clock, be ready.
inmediatamente a los tanques.
Before I
Y
left, I said, I
estén
forgot something.
listos. Antes de
You go to
irme,
eat.
dice,
And the smile,
tienes
the
que
Orthodox
comer.
soldiers start to
Los
smile.
soldados ortodoxos
Well,
empezaron a
You're a
sonreír.
commander, but not God.
Tú eres
You
comandante,
order to
pero
eat.
no eres Dios.
And I took
Y
apple
la
in my
hora
hand,
de comer,
and I told her, look
tomé
here.
una manzana en la
From
mano y
10
le
years
dije,
old,
miren, desde los
I pray,
10 años
I've never touched
rezo
food,
y
and I start to
nunca
eat in the front of them.
toco la
If I
comida
can eat,
sin
you
antes
can eat.
rezar. Y si yo
The war started in 2 o'clock afternoon.
pueden comer.
Many aircraft bombed us,
2 de la
and we tried to protect the Golan Heights. Golan Heights is just
proteger las alturas del Golán.
20 kilometers wide and 90 kilometers long. All the Golan Heights is volcanic area.
Es un área
Many, many
volcánica,
stones we have to
hay
study.
muchísimas
We came
piedras.
from the desert. We
Y
don't know
nosotros
exactly
veníamos del desierto, no
what's
sabíamos
going on in the Golan
exactamente qué
Heights.
pasaba en
The
las
war
alturas del
started,
Golán.
and they start to move. We divided the area to
Dividimos el área
brigade.
entre 2
I'm not going
brigadas.
to write a book now,
Y
but
yo,
just to
bueno,
give you
no voy a
a
darles
little
una
of experience.
descripción del
And they came close to the border,
pero nada más quiero contar.
and I realized that they had better tanks than
Y
us.
nos percatamos.
I knew all my life that we have the best tank, the best crew in the world.
Bueno, buenos tanques.
Their tank is a T-62.
El tanque de
The
ellos
silhouette
era
is 2
de
meters and
62,
20 centimeters high.
2
Our
metros y
tank is the
26
Centurion,
centímetros.
3 meters.
nuestro era un
It's a lot.
centurión y de 3
They have
metros.
infrared system
Nuestros
in every
eran
tank.
mejores, pero ellos tenían
They could
sistemas
shut,
infrarrojos en
they
el
could shoot
tanque.
down
Podían
4 kilometers without any
podían
obstacles,
tirar
and they can hit the target. We can
kilómetros sin
shoot
obstáculos y
just
llegaban
a kilometer and a half, no
al
more
blanco.
than that.
Y nosotros no
And they kept the
teníamos
ratio between
más
them
que
and
eso.
us,
Y teníamos que
almost
luchar. Y
10 Syrian tank against
vimos
one tank.
que había 10
And during the night,
sirios en contra
they
de
came
un
and they
tanque
attacked us.
israelí.
And
Por
all the
la
tank,
noche
all my
vinieron
tank over
y
there.
nos atacaron.
I sent many times to another
Mandé
area,
muchos tanques a
and I
otras
couldn't stop
áreas
them.
y no los podía
Try to think
detener.
about the commanders, the 19 years old,
Acerca
they
de los
called me and said,
comandantes
sir,
que me
we
decían,
cannot stop them, we
Señor,
cannot stop
no los
them.
podemos
And I didn't have any answer for that.
¿Qué hacemos? Y no
Try
hay
to shoot,
ninguna
give
respuesta.
them
Yo
order
traté
to
de
shoot to the
tirar,
valley,
di
what we call
órdenes de
during the
tirar
valley.
al
I
valle,
knew that if we will
al
stop them
valle
until the morning, we will
de
reach.
la mañana.
I found
Yo
5
de
meters
repente
in front of
encontré
me.
a 5
A Syrian
metros
tank, and I
de
didn't know that he's a
tanque
Syrian, and I shot
sirio.
him.
Yo no
And I
sabía
found
que era
7 meters on the
sirio.
right side
A
of me,
7
and I
metros
shot
del
him
lado
too.
derecho
And I saw the
también
commander on
maté
fire,
y vi allá al
almost killed me.
comandante en fuego. Esto
We
casi
waited
me
in the
mató.
morning. In the morning
Esperamos
they arrived
en la
like
mañana.
130
En la
tanks.
mañana habían
We being like 10
130
tanks in this
tanques
area.
y nosotros teníamos
And they
10
started to
tanques en
shoot,
el área.
and they
Y
killed most of my
empezamos a
commanders.
tirar y mandaron a
When
casi
tanks stayed behind the
todos los
hills,
comandantes.
that's the
Los
cannon
mataron.
can see the
Entonces
other side.
vimos
And most of my
qué
commanders were
hacer.
killed.
La mayor parte de los
90% of the
comandantes de
soldiers
nuestro
were
grupo
killed
fueron
in the
asesinados.
77 battalion.
Bueno, en
This
el
commando,
batallón
their
de esto
commander.
eran de
We stopped
comandantes.
them.
Los
Was
detuvimos. Los detuvimos.
In the south
En
was
el
terrible.
sur era
The brigade commander,
terrible.
Barak,
El comandante
he
Barak,
been shown his
comandante de
name. He was
brigada,
killed, full colonel.
era
His
conocido,
deputy,
era coronel,
Israelí, was killed.
era
The Hermon Mountain,
los grupos
they,
jefes de
it's
comando.
the strongest bunker in the world.
Hay un búnker
And they invaded with helicopter.
y estaba invadido
And
por
they,
helicópteros
They destroyed all
y
over.
destruyeron todo
And they found
y encontraron
and they got the president from Israel at that time.
y
What's
el
the president?
presidente de
They
Israel
got all the frequency,
dijo, bueno,
radio,
vamos a dar órdenes.
all the code map.
Todos los
Many soldiers, they know about the army better than the chief of staff.
conocían el
Many
ejército
intelligent
más
soldiers.
que los jefes del
And of course,
ejército. Y desde
and
luego,
the
y
top
más
of the mountain
importante,
is 2 kilometers high.
la punta de la montaña es 5 kilómetros de altura.
Our Air
La
Force,
parte
the best Air Force in the world,
3,
they lost 25 aircraft in the
bueno,
first day.
nuestros aeropuertos pidieron
And we
25
saw them.
aviones cada día y lo vimos.
And we didn't have any umbrella
Y no
to protect
teníamos
us. Many aircraft, they came and bombed us.
muchos
In my time,
llegaban,
3
bombardeaban
aircraft, they bombed my
noche,
tank and
3,
almost
5, y en una de esas
artillery shell,
bombardearon mi tanque
they
y casi
shot
me
thousands
mataron.
of
Artillería
thousands.
mandaba miles de
On Monday,
miles
we fought
de
all the time.
misiles.
On Monday, I looked
El
to the
lunes
western direction,
vemos a
and
dirección
I
de
saw
Damasco
a
y
big
observé
storm coming from
una
Damascus.
gran tormenta
And I didn't
proveniendo
know
desde
what is this.
Damasco. Y dije, bueno, ¿qué es
And
esto? No lo
suddenly I
sé.
saw
Repentinamente
hundreds
vi
of tanks
cientos
coming
de
to the area
tanques
that I was
viniendo
located
a
with
el
my
área
tanks
a donde
and
estábamos
the 7th
nosotros
Brigade.
ubicados con
I
los
was
tanques,
battalion with
la
the 7th Brigade.
séptima brigada.
I
El
realized
batallón de la séptima
they are
brigada.
going to accomplish the mission because all the Golan Heights,
Cumplir la
they
misión.
invade already to all the
Los de
Golan
Golán
Heights.
ya la
And
habían
they have a
invadido
mission to come in my area
totalmente y
that
tenían
is
la
there.
misión de llegar a
And I
el
started
área
shot.
en la que estábamos.
Some of them, they ran to the south and I took half of my battalion. I ran 7 kilometers to the south and I shot him and they
Se
stopped.
fue
I didn't know why.
y los detuvimos.
All the night I saw many aircraft bombing
Vi
the first
diferentes
line
gentes bombardeando
and
la
I
primera
realized
línea Y
the
mi
main combat is going to be tomorrow morning.
principal combate no va a ser
I
ahora, va a
was
ser mañana
7
por la
times
mañana.
far away from the valley of the hill.
Mandé al séptimo
Try to
tanque
stop them not to come
lejos
behind us.
para que los detuvieran
And in the morning,
detrás
I
de
listened to the
nosotros.
voice of my
Y en
brigade
la
commander.
mañana,
He said,
la voz del
start to
comandante
withdraw,
brigadier,
start to withdraw.
vamos a retirar, la retirada, la retirada.
Ask the people,
Entonces le pide
my
a la gente,
half battalion,
la mitad de mi
they was in the
batallón
top of the
que
hills,
estaba en
from the
la
valley
punta
to
de
the
las
hill,
colinas,
to run away
desde
4
el valle,
kilometers back because
alejarse
they
4
couldn't stop them
kilómetros porque
anymore.
no los podían
And
detener
he
más,
called me with a 7
imposible.
tank
Y me
and to
llamó
build the second line 4
séptimo
kilometers
tanque,
behind.
4
When I
kilómetros
arrived,
de línea para
I saw 8
proteger, y
helicopters
ahí
with
vi
commando
8
above my
helicópteros
head, and they landed
arriba de
behind
mi
me 2
cabeza
kilometers.
y
And they
estaban a
closed the
2
main road.
kilómetros, cerraron el camino principal.
Now we cannot send back to the
Ya
hospital
no
all the
no
casualties.
podíamos enviar al hospital
Now
a
we
todos los
cannot
heridos,
get more
a todas las
ammunition
bajas.
because
No
the main road
podíamos
is closed
obtener
and all flights
municiones porque el
cannot come to
camino
us
principal
anymore.
estaba cerrado.
Many artillery shell,
Muchos
aircraft bombing,
enemigamos
and
allá
Israeli
con artillería,
soldiers running away.
bombardeos.
In this moment when I was on the hills,
Listos.
he
Estaba
called me
yo en la
back
colina y
and he
me
said,
habla
Avigdor,
Avigdor.
I changed my mind, leave the second line,
Deja
move
la
to the first
segunda
line,
línea, muévete a la primera
and
línea
try to stop them
y
there
trata de
because we know the area.
detenerlos, porque tú conoces
Start to
el
move.
área.
And
Comencé
he called me and he said,
paulatinamente a moverme
Avigdor, by
y
the
me
way,
dijo,
how many tanks do you have?
Avigdor, nada más por
I
saber
know if I'm going
cuántos
to tell you the
tanques
truth,
tienes. Yo
the
dije,
Syrians listen to my voice
le
and they
digo
know
la
that.
verdad, se va a
And I
desmayar,
told
nada
him
más escucha lo que
in
yo
Aramaic,
digo. Y le dije en
I told him, I'm going to lie now.
te voy
This is the
a
language
mentir.
that only
Este
Jewish
es
people
un
know.
idioma
And I
que
told
solo los
him, here is
judíos
a picture
conocen.
which Lashon
Avigdor,
Sagina, if you know that.
dice la
And here is the
Shosaita.
picture. I have with me 40 tanks. No, I got another one, 41, and in my way to block them.
41
And I was
tanques
alone
y
with
voy
my tank.
camino a bloquearlos.
I asked the
Estaba
7 tanks
yo
to wait
solo
behind
con mi
me,
tanque.
and I would
Le
open.
pedí que los 7 tanques
And
se
I
quedaran
moved
ahí.
forward, and I saw on the top of the hills
Avancé
that I had
y
to
vi
go there
en las colinas
few
que
Syrian
tenía
tanks,
que
and I decided to
ver.
go to the left
Había
and come from
pocos
the side.
tanques sirios. Otros
Suddenly, I
venían
found
de la
4
parte
tanks,
lateral.
Syrian tanks, in the front of me,
4 tanques sirios,
25 meters, exactly like this theater.
25 metros,
I saw
exacto.
their faces.
Este
I was
teatro,
surprised
vi las
how they
caras,
arrived in the
estaba
second day.
sorprendido.
And I looked straight to my eyes.
Me ven a
I
los
looked at
ojos,
them.
yo los
and I
veo
shut
a
up.
los suyos
I couldn't after that
y
talk.
tiran.
And the commander called me and said, Avigdor, you're in
El
charge.
comandante me
Meaning
dijo,
all the area is
Avigdor,
belong to you, you're the
tú
commander.
estás acá.
And I ran and I
El
stopped
área es
here, this
tuya,
is the hill,
tú
and
diriges.
this position.
Aquí esta
And
posición
I
es
saw
la que
all the
tenemos que
Syrian
tener.
side.
Y vi
I
todo el
was in
lado
shock.
sirio y estaba
I
en
saw
shock.
160 something with
Vi
that, maybe more like that,
160 y tantos
running all the way to the hills. If they will come to
gentes
these
que
hills, they
corrían
will
a
run
las
to the Galilee.
colinas, iban
Nobody
a
can
la
stop.
zona de Galilea y
And
no los podíamos
close to me, like
detener.
10 tanks in
Y
small
cerca
valley,
de mí,
50 meters.
10 tanques,
I saw
50
like
metros.
8 or 10
Yo
tanks,
vi
and I shot all of
8
them.
o 10
And I called to my commander,
y le
Ilan
dije al
Ajzen,
comandante,
I called him. I
bueno,
said, send immediately every tank that you have in the area to support
todos
us.
los tanques que hay en el
And
área
he called
para
the
que nos
battalion that
apoyen.
started
Y
the
el
36
batallón
tanks.
comenzó
So
con
five,
36 tanques.
And he called him and
Habían
sent him
sobrevivido
to support
8
me.
y le
The
dijeron,
commander came close to me and I said,
también
this is a new area,
el
stop them here.
comandante dice,
Because I have to run to
esta
bring
es
tanks
la
to
nueva
invade to
área.
another area,
Tengo que
to
traer
attack them.
tanques para invadir otra
When
área
I
y
moved,
atacar.
he
Cuando
got
me
fired, he
moví,
was killed, the commander.
era
5
terrible,
tanks was on fire.
los
And I
tiraron,
didn't know what to do because
incendiaron y
all
murieron.
the counterattack, the camp,
Terrible.
and most of them
La mayor parte de ellos fueron
Suddenly I saw
asesinados por
another
el
tank come close to
enemigo.
me and I told him,
Otro
take
tanque
my
se
place and
acerca
stop them
y
dividing,
dice,
and I have to run.
toma
When I moved, he said, sir, I'm sorry.
Cuando
There
se
was the
fue,
problem.
le dice,
I don't
no
have
puedo.
any ammunition anymore.
¿Qué problema tiene usted?
The
No
Syrians don't
tengo
know that.
ninguna
Stay and
munición.
everybody can see you. And I moved with
Lo
my
pueden
tanks.
ver.
This is the first line, this is the
La
second
primera
line.
línea, esta es
And
la
I found
segunda.
on the
Y
middle the seven
encuentro en
tanks
el
of mine.
centro
And maybe 2, 3
7
tanks.
tanques míos
And I
y
had
2
two
o
options,
3
to
de
go back and
otros.
to go to the front.
Tenía la opción
And I
de
decided
regresar
I was the
o ir
only person in the world that knew what going
y yo era
here.
la única persona
And
del
I
mundo que
decided
sabía
to
qué
move
sucedía
forward.
acá, así que
And
decidí
I used my flag to show them that I'm here.
mis
And my
banderas
tank was a big
para
number,
mostrar
number
que
10.
estaba allí.
And everybody
Mi
can see me,
tanque
and I
era
give
el
orders
número
to move
10,
forward.
di órdenes de avanzar
And again, and
y
nobody
de
moved.
nuevo nadie se movía.
And I realized maybe they don't listen to my
A lo
radio
mejor no
frequency.
escuchan la
And I moved all of
radiofrecuencia
them to my radio
y
frequency.
movía a todos
Like
a
I'm
mi
company commander.
radiofrecuencia. Como
And they listened to
comandante de
me
la
and
compañía
started to move.
me
And I was
escucharon
commander close to
y
me.
comenzaron a
And
avanzar.
we
Y otro
together
grupo
moved.
del otro lado
And the
también.
rest times
Y
didn't move.
avanzamos, y avanzamos.
And after that, I decided to use the last weapon that I have.
Y decidí utilizar
Is
la
the old
última
spirit of
arma,
our
el
nation.
espíritu
And I
de
talked
la
with my
nación.
soldiers.
Hablé
And
con
I
mis
said, look,
soldados y
the
les
Syrian
dije,
soldiers,
miren,
how they fight so
los
well.
soldados sirios
Look,
que
the
bien
motivation
luchan,
so high.
tienen una
That's
motivación tan
true.
alta y
What
es
happened to us? We are Jews, we are better than them. I was eating chicken in my unit.
mejores que ellos. Parecen pollos a su
Chicken is not pork.
comunidad.
How is it?
Sí, gallina.
Chicken is a man that they frame. This is the American language.
Bueno, en cierto
And
idioma
said, if you want to join me, join me. And I start to move.
es como alguien que
And I
teme.
prayed to
Y yo
God,
les dije, bueno,
Lord,
concreto ya
please help
nuestro
us
tema. Por
to
favor,
be at the top
el
of the
que me
hills
quiere
before
seguir, que me
you
siga.
arrive.
Hay que estar en
We
la punta
arrived.
de la colina
But
antes de
we
que ellos
stopped.
lleguen. Nosotros
Hundreds of tanks
llegamos.
were there.
Cientos de
We started
tanques
shooting like crazy.
estaban allí y comenzamos
And
a
I think my
tirar como
gun
locos.
with my crew,
Y luego, con
it
mi
sold more than
equipo,
25 tanks.
yo vi más de 25
Besides,
tanques.
come my friend,
Después
Mr. Fernando, with
vino
11
mi
tanks.
amigo Hanan
From 4
con
kilometers
11
inside the
tanques de unos
The end
4
of this
kilómetros de
combat
distancia.
was
Y
quiet.
el combate de
Many
repente
soldiers
se
running.
silenció.
All
Muchos
tanks fired.
soldados
They
corriendo
ran to Damascus.
y los tanques
And I tried to count them
y los que pudieron iban
because
para
somebody promised
Damasco.
us,
Traté de
if you kill,
contarlos.
you destroy tank,
Dice, si
you get a
ustedes
box with champagne.
matan y destruyen
Champagne.
un tanque, van a tener una caja de
So,
champaña
right.
de
Come
regalo.
all over the
Y
corner.
dije,
I still made champagne.
van a la altura del
Anyway,
Kalhani. Pensé en la